But we do begin the hour in Davos. The president backing down today on multiple fronts. He made two big promises. The first, no force in Greenland. The second, no tariffs, taxing European nations who wanted to stop a hostile U.S. takeover of Greenland. So with that, daily take time as Geraldo Rivera joins us. No, you were concerned about all this Greenland
Connell.
business, right? And maybe the way things look right now, that's one concern to cross off your list. I don't know. What do you think's going on?
Well, first of all, I have a bit of advice for the chief executive, for the president of the United States. I noticed he had some problems confusing two
Greenland and Iceland
territories.
Yeah.
Yeah. Iceland is green. Greenland is ice.
Oh,
that's the way you remember.
Let me write that down next, Geraldo. You don't, I mean, that's why we say you're the most interesting person in the world.
Greenland is ice.
You got a little bit of everything. All right, good. Continue.
A little bit of everything. I was stunned by this deal. I had just tweeted out how I could not believe the president of the United States was unraveling the deal that had led to the post-World War II order in the world. The most successful military alliance in the history of the human race, reported history of the human race. I was stunned, shocked, I could not believe it when he said, never mind, essentially. It seemed to me, and I don't know, I'm not an insider, but it just seems to me that what we're doing now is an enhanced version of the existing 1951 treaty that gives the United States all the bases it needs, the right to build any defense facility it needs, ports, and so on.
Yeah.
It just seems that we're going to that on steroids. And you know, in terms of all the discord and the disruption over the last several days, I guess the president is just saying, never mind.
Yeah, the question is whether we could have done that to begin with. I think we know the answer to that. I played the clip of the president speaking to reporters a moment ago about this. Let me read his Truth Social post, which has a little more detail based upon a very productive meeting that I've had with the Secretary General of NATO, Mark Rutte. We have formed the framework of a future deal with respect to Greenland, and in fact, the entire Arctic region. This solution, if consummated, will be a great one for the United States of America, all NATO nations. I will not be imposing the tariffs, again, mark it like that were scheduled to go into effect February 1st. Additional discussions are being held concerning the Golden Dome as it pertains to Greenland. So it sounds like that's not part of it, but I think to your earlier point, the question is, what is part of it that was not in place already? In other words, what's new here?
I have absolutely no idea, and I'm stunned by the suddenness of it. It seems abrupt. It is a relief, a shocking relief. Yesterday pushed back my retirement a couple of days. Today,
oh, come on, you'll be fine.
Got that prospect back in line, yeah. It is, if you were in Iceland, this would be an eruption. Right. It is, it's a stunning move. It shows, I mean, the president can keep the cards close to his vest like nobody else. He has shocked the world again. He took us through this angst and hand wringing and.
But why? Maybe none of it was on the table.
What's going to happen to NATO?
To begin with, I mean, was he, were we ever going to use the military in Greenland? I mean, like that. If you just stop and think about it. I can't
see it.
The head of NATO, in terms of the military, is an American general, right? But like, were we ever really considering that, or was it just something to kind of, I don't want to say distract us, but just something to get us worked up about? And then you can say, if you're the president, oh, I cut this great deal after this threat that was never really serious.
We're not talking about Minnesota. We're not talking about Epstein files. Not talking about much of anything other than Greenland for the last several days.
Yeah.
If that was his intent, to distract, he has succeeded profoundly, at least temporarily, I should say. For the last several days, it really has changed the tempo of the news cycle. It brought more attention to Greenland than Greenland has ever gotten.
That's true.
In its entire modern existence. And pissed off, I don't know do Eskimo people live in Greenland? I mean, I'm not sure what the
Don't you start taking
ethnicities
shots
are
at
in the
them, too.
various
There's very nice
native.
people in Greenland. No, but I guess the serious
Very
question
nice
is,
people,
and I don't know the answer to this, but like earlier somebody made the case, and I guess it could be true that there's some sort of a lasting impact from when he does stuff like this that hurts our relations and all that. And I know some Trump supporters dismiss that and say, nah, it doesn't matter.
I'm in the dismissal camp.
Okay.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.